Yo, what it do? What's good, YouTube? What's good, everybody? You know what it is, man. This is Shogun Talks, no decaf. Shogun Talks, no decaf. Topic of this morning for your ride to work. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're at work already, you listening in. The topic this morning is the man behind the dog. This is 27 March, 2025. It's 27 March, 2025. Topic of the day, the man behind the dog. We're going to get into that, you know what I'm saying? We're going to cook it up a little bit for y'all. Take it up to about 30,000 feet today, you know what I'm saying? Drop a couple bombs off and then head back into the hangar for maintenance, man. But yeah, man, let's see who we got in here this morning, you know what I'm saying? We got Brother Dickie, mother-loving Foster. Brother Dickie says, I'm going to have to catch the replay. Have a great day, man. Salute to you on that, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come in. And just like Brother Dickie Foster, if you don't catch the live, man, come back and catch us on the replay. Leave a comment. Let us know you were here, man. We appreciate that, man. Salute. The Swamp Nest Monster, Melee. What they do, big dog? Salute, salute. Yes, sir. Dogman TV. What up, what up, what up, what up? Dogman TV, man. One of the best channels on YouTube, man. Definitely historically correct and very well thought out, man. Brother Elevated Kennels in the building. What it do, big dog? Salute, salute, salute. What's good, man? Heart and finish, man. Shouts out to you, man. Shouts out to you. And you know why, man. I'm going to get with you after the show and heart and finish. Brother Bobby Digital in the building. What it do, big dog? Salute, man. Top of the morning, man. Top of the morning to all you great brothers. For all y'all just getting in here, man, all y'all are going to come in later. The topic of the day is the man behind the dog, man. The man behind the dog. Mad Doctor says, Samurai Kennels, bro. Salute. What's good, Mad Doctor, man? Salute to you, bro. Salute, salute. Yeah, y'all. As we waiting on our brothers to get in here, man, let me hit y'all with a quick intro to pay these sponsors, and then we're going to get into the show. Check it out.
Okay, let's go.
All right, y'all, man. Y'all know we be doing these early morning coffee talks, man. Share life experience and give you my opinion on things based upon what I've experienced. This is, this is kind of our breakfast club show. You know what I'm saying? The brothers be coming through a little bit later. I send them and everything, information. So they be hitting us up shortly. But anyways, man, the man behind the dog, man. Let me read out a comment that was sent to me, man. This is big, man. A lot of great brothers hit me up, and I'm gonna paraphrase this. I'm gonna be paraphrasing this, but I'll read y'all what sparked it off. It says, hey, my good brother, I got a topic for you about bonding. My bond with my hound, like my bond with my hounds. Strong sometimes, and to give example, I don't know if my main dog is a cur, but I know he will never cur out if I'm around him. So with most of my dogs, I have that now. They're good dogs, but my bond with them, only a few of them, would probably be as good as they can be with someone else. All right. So basically what the brother was saying, what I got from that was the brother was saying that he understands that the dog is going to work harder for him than in the hands of somebody else. The dog is going to work harder for him than in the hands of someone else, which is a very, very profound topic. I really like that topic. So I decided to cook on that topic today for y'all. All right. And let's just talk about the history of that and the story behind that. All right. So in the description for this video, I talk about Champion Jeep. Let me correct that, Champion Jeep, and we'll get into that story later in just a little bit. But right now, I'm gonna tell you my story. So every dog that I've had, raised from a puppy specifically, I've been able to see what their strengths and weaknesses are from an early age, right? And there are certain things that I can do that I know that I 100% know is going to make that dog go. As an example, My dogs go absolutely crazy over the cowhide tugs that we have. I know that they could be leaning over nearly dead. And if I put that hide in front of them on a slat mill after 3 hours on a slat mill, they're going to continue to run. This is something I know about them. They like it that much. And understanding the dog, you can get that much more out of them. You can also work them into exhaustion and death, but that's not the goal. The goal is to get you to realize that what you do and your understanding and bond with your dog can cause the dog to do things that nobody else would expect that dog to do. This is why you have to be careful when you place your dogs with somebody else, because the potential that you see may not be the potential that they see. Because you know about that dog and its intricacies, what makes it tick, they may not know that. Therefore, they can't tap into the dog's hidden potential. All right? So I shared that story. Now I'm going to share a story with y'all about humans, because y'all know this channel is about building better dogs to building better people. And as a kid, man, I was a basketball player. Man. I played ball all the way from recreation league all the way up to high school varsity and a little bit of JUCO. And at my games, man, there were certain triggers that if you were a betting person, you'd have to bet on. All right. And just like the dog, man, there were certain people that just could bring it out of me. You know what I'm saying? So my mom worked a lot. She couldn't make it to my games. So if you ever came to one of my games, my mother was there. You could bet money that I was about to go off. I'm going to go off at all costs. All right. Another person like that was my grandfather. My senior year, I didn't know we were going to take state, but I'll tell you what, the conversation that was had. And my cousin Jihai is in the chat sometimes. He was there for this conversation. So my junior year, my grandfather was admitted to the nursing home Sunridge in Elizabethtown, North Carolina. And so every Sunday I would go visit him, you know, and talk about what I was going to do that week in the game or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, granddad, I'm gonna give it to him this week. Our season ended in 30-2 with the state championship at the end of that season. By the way, we lost 2 games, 130. But my grandfather, you know what I'm saying? If it was a game that I knew he was gonna see, or at least see the highlights of on Facebook or somebody's video, you know what I mean, man? Like, woe be unto the opponent. Woe be unto the opponent, because man, I'm not just playing for me at this, and I'm not just playing for me, my teammates and I at that time, man. I'm playing to make somebody proud that I know put a lot of work into me. I know my grandfather put work into me, man. My mom had to work long hours. My grandparents, they held it down, man. So when they was at the game, man, you was about to get this work. You was gonna get this work. So yeah, my grandfather and my uncle Eric, man, like those individuals, if they came to my game and you were the opponent, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Okay. So I say all that to say this. I talk about the champion Jeep story all the time. What's good, Big A?
Hey, what's happening, man?
Oh man,
Oh, continue, bro.
Yeah. So I talk about the champion Jeep story all the time when he went into Homer. You know what I'm saying? Steven's Homer. And in that situation, man, there's been a lot of accounts, man. They said Jeep was making funny moves. Schoolboy came on here and corrected that a couple months ago. That did a special on champion Jeep. But all on here said Jeep was making some funny moves, and he looked like he wanted to quit. They're not gonna say he tried to jump out the box, you know what I'm saying? But he looked like he wanted to quit. But his handler was able to do whatever he needed to say or do, and he knew it would make Jeep continue to work. Against all odds, Jeep triumphed and persevered and came out on top in this match. And I would like to say that was also because of the handler, not just because of the grit and steel of the dog, but because the handler was able to tap into that hidden potential we're talking about today in today's episode. And that's the end of that story right there, man. Big A, what's good?
Man, you know what it is, man. I'm back in here like I love my wallet and keys, man. It's a Thursday morning, man. It's raining around here. We got scattered thunderstorms, but we still bulldogging, man.
Yeah, man. Over here, this is clear. It's clear skies, man. If you watering your plants today, man, make sure you give them a little bit of extra water out here. It's supposed to be in the 80s today. Dry climate. There's not a lot of wind, so I can leave them outside, let them get maximum exposure. Yeah, man. Digital Dog Show is coming up. Monday is the last day to enter. So if you're going to enter by Monday. I have a 3-day weekend this weekend. I'm off on Monday, so I can do all my editing on Monday and be ready to launch out on Saturday. I'm going to launch them on Saturdays, though, because I want maximum participation for Best in Show. Yeah. K-Walk in the building. Yes, sir. Online Obedience Challenge is coming in April. It's going to be the same way as the Digital Dog Show. You come in, you know what I'm saying, you do your training, get your dog Shogun certified, man, and we'll bless you with a little something for getting Shogun certified, you know.
Yes, sir.
Only the best enter, only the best lead, you know. Only the best enter, only the best lead, man, because y'all are the best people. As far as dog shows around the country, you know what I'm saying, I can't over explain this enough, man. Riverside, California, April 19th. It's a one-day event. Happens every year. It's an annual event. All right.
Sir.
The South Bottom Dog Show already passed this year, but that is becoming an annual event. So make sure you're tracking South Bottom Kennels and you're following that for the next annual event they have. The Howard Heinzel Classic here in Taylor, Arizona is coming up on May 24th. It is an annual event. It happens every year in May. Okay, so make sure you're checking that out. It's called Trapper Days. On the East Coast, I know they had some shows on the East Coast. The Texas show just passed on the 23rd, 24th of March. That was an ADBA sanctioned show. On the East Coast,
top dog.
Yeah. On the East Coast, I want to say Palmetto State ADBA Club is throwing a show in April. The Tri-State is throwing a show in either April or May. Bulldogs of the Rockies, this is all on the ADBA website. It's throwing a show. Oklahoma, I forget what the name of their group is, but they're ADBA clubs, so, you know, points awarding shows. Elevated said there's a APDR March Madness show is March 29th. That's this weekend. Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you for that, Elevated, man.
And y'all go check out Elevated's channel, because I think he'll be doing a live broadcast of that show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Brother Supreme in the building. Honda Tatsuku in the building. What's good, big dog?
What's happening?
Yeah, bro. Going out in a major way. Our May show is going to be big. Brother Supreme in the chat, man. Yeah, we've raised, man, over $150 toward the show. So right now we're looking at, we're looking at $400 worth of giveaways for the May show. $400 worth of giveaways for the May show, man.
Free entry.
Free entry, man. Free entry, man. Look at it like a free bet on DraftKings.
Yeah, man. You sitting around your house, got a good looking dog, might walk away with something, man.
Yeah, man. And all you gotta do is what you normally do and record it. You know what I'm saying? What you normally do and record it, man. That's it, big dog. Let me show y'all a reference video for the entries, just for anybody who might be new to the Digital Dog Show. We're gonna be pumping this information out to the public very, very hard. This Sunday's video is actually going to be all about our competitions. And I'm going to make sure I link that to the website so you can get in there and see the competitions for yourself and understand them very, very clearly and articulately. Check it out.
Your submission must include a frontal view of the dog, get the best one you can, a side view of the dog, best angle possible, a proof of scissor bite and healthy teeth and gums, a video of the dog walking to demonstrate proper gait. Gait is the movement of the dog to ensure that it is light and springy as the American Pit Bull Terrier should be. Then you can finish off the video by showing your dog doing any types of work that you want to set it apart from the other competitors in the show. Thank you for watching and enjoy the next digital competition.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the Digital Dog Show's coming y'all way, man. You already know what it is, man. Doing big things, man. Doing big things. And yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited.
Me too, man. I think it's dope that it's once a month now, man. So, you know, you be active. And at the end of the year, the dog of the year is gonna really count. It's gonna stand for something.
Yeah, and you will have seen it develop just like the NBA MVP. You know, you can kind of guess who it is. You know what I'm saying? By based upon the results. Also, also on the Saturday, one of these Saturdays, might not be the Saturday of the Digital Dog Show, but we'll be releasing the channels of the quarter, as well as the kennels of the quarter, the dog of the quarter, different things like that. You know what I'm saying? And so, how the work is, we get in here, we take crowdsource information. If the crowd doesn't submit information, I'll put a list together. Y'all already know I'm not scared to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to do it whatsoever. And I will be reaching out to my members for their opinions before I do this. If they don't have opinions on it or they don't want to give an opinion, that's fine. You're not required to do any of that. But I do want to make sure that I'm being holistic. You know what I'm saying? I got my own issues. I'm human. I miss things. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure that everybody's getting seen or getting a chance to be seen. And I know a lot of my members are very, very active in all the channels. So I want to make sure I get a good sampling of who deserves what from the first quarter. And to make sure that everybody from the first quarter is getting their just desserts. So definitely need y'all help with getting this right and not being right. I want to get it right. I don't want to be right. So I'm gonna continue to solicit that. I'm gonna be soliciting on Facebook as well. You know what I'm saying? You can hit me on the DM in Facebook or Instagram to submit the channels that you think deserve to be the top channels of the quarter. I'm only gonna do 5 per quarter, and then of course the big list at the end of the year will be the list of the top 10 honorable mentions. This year, we're also going to be doing Rookie of the Year. So Rookie of the Year will be a channel that was started in the year 2025 or late 2024 that has less than 14 months of time actively releasing videos to YouTube. So if you got one of those channels that meets that criteria and you want to be thought about and considered for Rookie of the Year, you know what I'm saying? If nobody else is going to put you out there, put yourself out there. Just reach out and let us know. And we're doing dog channels this year. We're doing the American Pit Bull Terrier channels this year. We're doing the dog podcast this year. So there's gonna be a lot of opportunity for people to be recognized. And it's like the Grammy. It's like the Grammys of the dog channels, man. It's like the Grammys of the dog channels. We get it out there. We put the channels out there we think deserves some shine. You know what I'm saying? And we do it that way, man. So salute to everybody who's going to be selected. Salute to everybody who was selected in the past. Over to you,
and don't forget, we'll be also having the top dog, the number one dog, man, YouTube dog, social media dog, YouTube. We did that. Yep. Did you mention that?
Nah, man, I forgot to mention it.
Mm-hmm.
But that ties right into the topic of this morning, man. The man behind the dog. All right, the man behind the dog. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. And this is a genuine question, man, but I think it's kind of rhetorical too. Do you think there were better dogs during Mayday's era than Mayday that simply just didn't get out there because the people that owned them didn't push them like that? Do you think that in every generation of dogs, there's a dog that is clearly superior to all the dogs that we know about and didn't get talked about, or maybe the owner wasn't popular? And that dog's lineage didn't get passed on like some of these other dogs that outshined it simply because they were in the magazines or the owners were more out there with it. Do you believe that?
Yes, I do.
Do you care to elaborate?
Yeah, man. There's a few people that I've known that's had some awesome dogs that never bred them, never did anything. They were never in it for that. They just got awesome dog. Had a pretty awesome dog, man. And I'm not saying that as far as proven in the old school way. I'm just saying, man, it was a few of the best dogs I've seen. Yeah. And then certain situations like and I wouldn't put it I wouldn't say it's a dog that you could put in the same category as Mayday, but I mean, shoot, one Saki's brother is a good dog, and a situation like that, I mean, he got a spade or noodle or whatever you call it, you know what I'm saying? So you know, that's kind of like the end of that, you know,
Yeah,
as far as what can happen with that. So I mean, certain situations like that, you know,
agree, man. Let me get some more shout outs, man. The great brother John Dembry in the building. What's good, big dog? The great brother Crockett in the building. What they do, big dog? Uh, the legend Catch Guard Mugito in the building. If y'all not following the channel, man, go check it out.
hey,
Catch Guard, man, you got some of the best camera work, man, and some great looking dogs over there, bro.
yeah,
I follow you and I enjoy every video. I follow
yeah,
you
man.
every video.
Mhm.
Mad Doctor said it could have been back then. Yeah, I agree. So I want to
Yeah,
talk about the man behind the dog, man. And for this segment, man, I want to go into the Maurice Carver, and I'm using Mr. Maurice Carver because of not because of his great dogs, but because of him. Maurice Carver was known to be a showman, a very, very classy showman. Man. When I be seeing pictures of him and stuff, and I be thinking like Pablo Escobar or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And Maurice Carver, they said people would go to him just like he might lie to you, but the lies were so good. You know, he just made you want to see the dogs, and he made you want to have one of his dogs, man. Now having a man like that behind the dogs, what that's going to do is that's going to get people to buy these dogs, whether they're the best or not, and the lineage is going to be propagated and pushed because the man behind the dog is pushing their line. I think that's extremely important if you want your stuff out there. If you don't want your stuff out there, man, do not, please, 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 do not propagate them to the public. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't want
yeah,
this. Everybody don't want this stuff peddled out to the public, man, and I can respect that. But the ones that
mhm,
make a name for themselves have to be good. But you have to be able to tell that story, and every time you tell that story, that fish is gonna get bigger. You know. Um, Let me read this comment right here. Uh, to add to some of the best dogs were average, the man made them what they were. And the other way some great dogs made average dogs or trash dog man great. Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, yep,
Uh, Dogman TV, another legend in the building. They said there are a lot of great dogs that are unknown to the masses. Agreed. And that's why I like your
yeah,
channel so much because y'all cover that, not just the dogs, but the men behind the dogs, man. Salute to y'all for what y'all doing over there, man. Big salute.
yeah,
Kitty Boy Kennels in the building. What it do, big dog? Salute.
yeah. So I think that it kind of goes hand in hand, you know. It's kind of like a old school weight scale, similar to what Hard and Finish was saying, you know. Yeah, I think that it's, you know, a great. I think a good dog, or you know, um can make a handler look great, but I also think, you know, um a handler has to be involved also, you know, to get the full potential of the dog, you know.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
And they gotta know what to do. They gotta know what to do once they get the dog in their hands, man.
Yeah,
Um,
cause oh, go ahead.
no, you go ahead, bro.
No, cause you know, I know you've seen like a really good dog, a really good dog that has like great potential. You can see all the great potential, and it's in the wrong hands, you know, and they just don't know what they have or how to maintain it. You know, at the end of the day, it's like you think it's like a wasted cause, you know, I guess you could say, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that like Brother City Boys is saying, like so many others are saying, there are a
Yeah,
lot of great dogs that made mediocre dogmen great. Uh,
yeah,
I think one of my breeding goals comes from that sentiment where I want to create a dog that is durable enough and good enough that even I ain't gonna say a idiot because I don't think you fix stupid, but
yeah,
there I want to make my dogs good enough that a newbie or a mediocre dog man can take them and really enjoy them and be competitive. You know, that's the goal, and there's a balancing act there because to keep them competitive in all fields, you're gonna have to really work. You're gonna have to really work, and it's you have to know that what you're putting together is tough enough to do hog hunting, but pretty enough to win a conformation show. And it's a balancing act to have a dog that can actually go out and do the work and look good doing it. You know, so shouts out to all the brothers who are doing that.
Yeah.
Bobby Digital said plenty of good and great dogs that never got to the big stage because the owners were to themselves or diluted by others. Absolutely.
Yeah.
My mentor, he only dealt with a very, very selective circle because of the rubs, because of different things, man. You know, he didn't really rock with the he stayed out the way, you know, so he stayed out the way. But to me, to this day, one of the most complete yards I ever saw was my mentor's yard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, man, like back in the day when I wanted to be great on the underground side of things, man, my mentor was one of those people, if I heard the dog had anything from his line in it, I'm talking about it could be a 16, I wasn't gonna mess with it, you know what I'm saying? I believed in his program that much.
Yeah.
Okay, another great statement. Hard finish. Take Grand Champion Yellow and Grand Champion Buck. People say they wasn't great dogs because they only did enough to win. To me, that's a smart dog. And put either one in Boone's hands, and you'd saw a different dog. I think that's a big thing too, man. Schoolboy tells a story about he was on a hog hunt with some dogs and they never showed animal aggression. And just by his handling, the dogs ended up wanting to hit each other, you know what I'm saying? Just by his handling.
But Schoolboy?
Yeah. But
Schoolboy, yeah, Schoolboy said, oh, my bad. Go ahead, bro.
They never did that with their owners. So, you know, that's an example of how a different handler can affect the dog. Go ahead, Big A.
Yeah. I was about to add to that because Schoolboy said that he for some reason he had that effect on dogs. He could you know, it would be plenty of non-aggressive dogs that are animal aggressive dogs, and he said for some reason whenever he wouldn't say anything to them or anything, just I guess they could sense, you know, his aura or something like that, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say just the aura. It's the confidence in the man. You know,
Yeah.
If okay, I'll give you an example. If we go somewhere, right,
Mm-hmm.
and we out clubbing or whatever, you know, and we about to tussle, we about to get into a tussle, and your homies are acting scary. You know what I'm saying? Now you got other things in your mind. Then okay, you got my back, I got yours. Okay, you acting like you don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You acting like you ain't ready to scratch, man. I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's 4-on-4, and I feel like we 3-on-4 because you ain't ready to scratch. You know?
Yeah,
So,
you're in the way.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the dogs can sense that personality too. You know, if you don't have the confidence in them to do what you set them out to do, man, I definitely feel like the dog can at a minimum smell the fear coming through your pores from your pheromones. And I think a lot of great dogs too, is because the confidence that their owner had in them, they were able to try and persevere. But also, if you're in your corner and that dog senses the same stuff you do when you get scared at home, if he senses that fear in you because the competitor is talking loud and and doing these things, and you cowering down, the dog is feeding off your energy. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why people have pep rallies at school.
So tell both sides of the story of Jeep again, man. Tell what you heard, and then tell what Schoolboy told you, please.
All right. So with Jeep, when I was doing my research, this before I talked to brother Schoolboy, basically when Jeep came in, Homer was said to have been sick or underweight for his normal match weight. So the dog Homer was definitely supposed to have been a better dog, but he had the keep wasn't on point. All right. But for Jeep, they said that there were several times in the match where Jeep actually tried to leave the box, which would have resulted in a loss, right?
Right.
But through proper handling, the handler was able to use his voice and his physical body to you can't touch a dog. Let me get correct that. He was able to use his voice and his positioning
Yeah.
to continue to scratch. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was told. That's what I heard growing up. You know, Schoolboy kind of refuted that. And what Schoolboy was saying was that never happened. You know, G made some bad moves, but through proper handling in both accounts, the video that we read and through Schoolboy's talk, G was able to triumph and persevere in that match. You know, just based off of the handler getting involved and doing what he needed to do as a handler.
Okay. Okay. And so in other words, do you think it would have been a different outcome if it was a less quality of a handler?
I do. I genuinely do, because whether he was trying to jump out the box or not, every account that I've ever heard from that states that Jeep was making funny moves. He was making funny moves, and he was showing signs of wanting to stop or wanting to not continue. You know,
And Schoolboy said that too, right?
yes,
Okay, so we saw, remember that video where you showed me the news? They were doing like a little thing where they were asking owners would their dog protect them if they had a home intrusion.
yeah,
Okay, so I think it was like out of 5 or 6 dogs, one of them tried to protect them, and it wasn't capable of protecting. It was a small dog or something like that.
yeah.
So do you think that that also plays a part with the owner to the dog?
Well, I think the owner and the environment, and I'll say this. So, like I told y'all, man, my buddy Yarborough, rest in peace. His birthday was this past Saturday. Um,
Mhm.
when I had a dog that was acting kind of timid and stuff, I would take the dog and leave it on Yarborough's yard to be around the other dogs. And this is why the man behind
Right.
the dog is so important too. His yard would make the dog turn up, because all the dogs in that yard would literally apply so much pressure. Like literally every section he went to on that chain spot, there was a dog trying to kill him. You know, there was a
Yeah.
dog trying to kill him on that yard. And eventually,
Yeah.
after a couple of weeks of waking up every morning, every time you go to the end of your chain spot, something trying to get you, you know what I'm saying? It metamorphosed your mind into a always ready, ever ready mindset. And, you know,
Hmm.
2 weeks or 3 weeks later, I go back and pick up the dog, and that same dog would have changed. Not just because of the dog man, but because what the dog man had to offer. He had a yard of
Right.
killers. He had a
Hmm.
yard of killers, and that helped the dog develop his personality into, okay, ain't nobody friends in this yard. We ain't no friends here. And when that dog would come back to my yard, that dog would bring that same mentality back. But
Yeah.
understanding what Yarborough had is part of me, my journey as a neo dog man, understanding that there are some people who just got it like that. And if you can just get a piece of that information, a piece of that energy, it can make a big difference in the outcome of your dogs.
Yeah.
Big C salute. What's good, big dog? The topic today is the man behind the dog. The man behind the dog. We're talking about how your interaction and your mentorship and feedback to the dog through training, through time and effort, and through activities can build up the dog and make the dog what it's supposed to be.
So can, with that being said, can a good dog make a handler, I mean, I know a good dog can make a handler look better, but do you think a good dog makes a handler better?
I don't. I don't.
Okay.
And I'll explain that in just a second. Let me give a shout out to Student for Life Dog Training in the building. What's good, big dog?
Hey, salute.
Salute, bro. Salute. Hartman said, take Grand Champion Bronson match. They said Bronson was getting with Fat Bill handling him, and they say Boone got there and told him he better get up, and he got up and won. Yeah, man. If the dog fears the handler more than the opponent, that's also a positive thing. I'd rather scratch into them than to be stuck in this corner with this madman. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather scratch into you, somebody my size, than be stuck in the corner with this madman. Because I don't go
Yeah.
home. I'm going home. I don't do this job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can get
And
with this, and you can get with that.
yeah, yeah. But to answer your question, Big A, do I think that a good or great dog uh, benefits a mediocre handler? I don't, and I'll tell you why. Um, if the dog is that good, uh, the handler is actually going to be holding that dog back.
Hmm.
And I've heard of a lot of cases. I don't know if y'all seen the interview with Beer and Bulldogs where Bakary is on there, but he talks about that.
Yeah,
You know, he talks about one of the dogs that he bred, which was somebody else, and the dog was crushed and stuff. Man, you know, I want to say it was Tyrone, but when he got him, he was able to really take the dog to the maximum potential because the person that had him by being media, I ain't gonna say it was a mediocre person, but the person wasn't in the same circuit. That dog was never gonna reach the levels it reached or see the competition it saw because that person didn't believe in the breeding the way Bakary believed in his own breeding. And
yeah,
the dog, the good dog, had to prove to Bakary that he was even worth it.
yeah,
But once he did, you know, with the experience that Bach had, he was able to take it to another level. You know, he was able to take it to
yeah,
another level and really turn it up. So what I do believe a good dog does for a mediocre dog, man, is it raises the ego. And then when they
mhm,
get the average dog or below average dog, the typical quality of dog that we all get, um, they don't know how good they had it. It's like I give you an example. LeBron James. I talk about LeBron a lot, man. I like LeBron.
mhm,
LeBron with the original Cleveland Cavs cast, you know, Jonas Agauskas and you know the other players that were with him. They were kind of they were not like legendary ball players. They were good. They made the league, but uh, they were not what his team was when he went to Miami. And when he
yeah,
came to Cleveland, I think by starting off with a team that he actually had to do the work with, he was able to go to Miami and capitalize on that. Once he got with them good dogs, you know, I'm
yeah,
using dogs I'm using
yeah,
dogs for. But
yeah,
going back to Cleveland after seeing Cleveland and then understanding what the good dogs could do with both understandings of good and bad, I think it changes you at that point where you understand, okay, this dog over here is just gifted. It's not me. It's not me. The ego is checked. Then when you get with
hmm,
that good dog, you're like, okay, I know that I've handled bad ones and had success, but now I got a good one. So when you go back to that bad one, you know exactly what levels to take it to in order to make it work. And that's why I think he was able to pull out a championship in Cleveland. Now I'm using human beings as an example for that because I don't know a lot of dog men's life stories, so I can't sit here and tell you how that worked out for them. That's my opinion. You know, that's
gotcha.
my opinion.
Yeah, you like LeBron, huh?
Nah, man. I'm more like Smush Parker, bro.
No, I said you like
Oh,
LeBron.
yeah, I do, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Well,
man.
Stephen A. don't, you know.
Yeah,
But next subject, next subject. Yeah.
yeah, man.
Nah, I'm just messing with you. Come on.
The great brother Big Hill in the chat, man.
Hey,
Big brother Big Hill, man. Salute to you, brother, man.
hey,
What's good with it? What's good with it?
man. Yeah.
I'm seeing some great dogs in these videos, man. This is one of the throwback
I've been
digital dog shows.
I've been looking at it, man. Taking out those choppers, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I want to share these videos so people can see them and kind of see how they went, how they go, you know, so you can understand exactly what format you need to be setting yourself up for success for the digital dog shows.
Yeah. uh Student for Life said he was fortunate enough to have a great dog as his very first pet. Uh, you know, situations like that, man, you know you sold. That's probably the only breed you'll ever have. You get a good pet for your first dog, you know.
Yeah, yeah. And like you said, it could be good, it could be bad, man. It could be good,
Yeah,
it could be bad.
yeah, man. But I mean, like, yeah, man. I mean, for all breeds, man, for all breeds, I always say, hey, because it's always new, new owners or new people wanting to get into dogs and stuff like that. I always tell them, hey, do your research first. Do not go get one of those shelter dogs, man. If unless you got experience with that, go get you a paper dog, man. They always go the opposite way. And it's a horror story. And yeah, it's some good cases, but man,
Yes, sir.
I,
Yes,
I
sir.
think if you go, especially if you new to the game, and when I say new to the game, I mean any getting any breed, whatever it is that you into, man. Just try to put. I would want to try to make the situation as smooth as possible, man. I wouldn't be trying to create a storm to begin with, Um, because when you get your first dog, whatever it is, and you have a bad experience, man, it sticks with you for a long time, man. You might not, it might be your first and last. You know?
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. The great brother James Brown Sr. in the building, man. What's good, big dog? Uh, Nonstop made a profound statement. He said, I've seen a lot of curves win in somebody else's hand. And Nonstop, I got a story for you on that one, bro. So that dog I told you about when I was talking about my best Ford that I had, Elevate, I saw your message, bro. I got you. So there's a video called Shadow the Cur, and I'll tell that story. I'll give a synopsis of that story. Shadow the Cur was owned by my cousins, man. This is back, years ago. This is my teenage years. I might have been 16, 17 when I had Shadow. And his name was, I changed his name to Sirius Black. And this is how I got the dog. I was walking my little dog, Red, that I told you about. She was a cur. And she was a full-fledged cur. You know what I'm saying? She's still another dog. She is out. And so I'm walking her down by the trash dumps, and they had put this dog out, this black dog, and one of his ears had been ripped off in a roll, right? One of his ears had been ripped off in a roll, and he was skinny. They put him out to cut him out of the, instead of just putting him down or give him away. They just let him go. You don't have a chance spot in the yard no more. And I took this dog home, not knowing I didn't know anything about this dog. All right, when I just see a black dog at the trash dump, I took him home. I knew what he was. You know what I'm saying? I knew what he was. I knew he was a dog that had been used, but I didn't know how. I didn't know the turnout. I didn't know if he got off the chain or what. And so I took him home, and I had the other ear chopped off to crop them both, so he looked good again. And we got his weight up, you know what I'm saying? And then after a couple of weeks, he recovered. His weight was back up. And one day I was walking Red past him, and he grabbed her. And I'm telling you, he bit her so hard that it became the bite mark became necrotic. And for those of you who don't know what it means, he bit her so hard it swelled up, and it had like pus and became infected within a day or so. You know what I'm saying? It was a very, very hard bite. And it took the rest of the summer for that hair to grow back into that spot where he bit her at, And so anyways, flash forward a couple months, I'm walking this dog. I call him Sirius Black now, but I'm walking him, my cousins, they ride by, and they you know what I'm saying, they go down the street, they come back up, and they're like, hey man, you walking around with that cur. You know what I'm saying? You walk around with that cur. And I'm like, man, like, what you talking about, man? I'm offended because I don't know that they know this dog. And they like, you found that dog at the trash dump, didn't you? I'm like, yeah. They like, man, look, that dog, we put him on his brother, 8-Ball, and that dog peed and pooped on himself in the road. You know what I'm saying? And they talking junk about this dog. And I'm like, I done seen this dog bite. So I'm like, okay, So they're like, man, bring that mug over there so we can finish him off. We gonna finish him off. We gonna kill him. So one Friday after school, we meet up in the woods, and we release him. And let's just say that Shadow the Cur and 8-Ball, they had a fun time playing together. And 2 days later, 8-Ball was dead. They say he got bit by a snake, but I truly believe that the shock that he received from playing with Shadow in the woods was the root cause behind it. And I believe that was in my spirit. When they were playing, Shadow went into his brisket and lifted his entire body off the floor. And that's just to coincide with what I was talking about, Dogman TV. That right there, I believe truly it was a cur in their hands, but it wasn't a cur in my hands. And so I share that story not to encourage anything illegal, but as a kid, man, that was over 21 years ago. So as a kid, man, it wasn't even like I knew a lot. I just loved the dog and gave him what he needed to be successful in the endeavors that I had him in. And once again, man, back to the title, the man behind the dog. Over you, Big A.
Man, like I say, man, this story. We've had those conversations on a regular basis. Well, I mean, we've had a number of them with the curse situation, man, because I I've got a article in the Gazette that talks about that a situation where a a dog had been um was have said to be a cur, and it was given to a family. And I think the dog it was a long time ago, but the dog had I think it was like 5 or 6 or something like that. And a situation happened. I think it was it was a bear or something like that. It had came across their house or whatever, and the dog got it or whatnot. Like went out there and got it, and then from it I can't remember the story, but it was something along the lines like that. But it brings up the conversation of like for a lot of people, some people might have given up on a dog before the dog's time. A lot of these dogs might some people give up on a dog and try to, and some dogs mature at different stages of whatnot, man, and patience plays a lot. But I understand, man, a lot of things come with experience. So you might run across people that don't have the time and need to see what they need to see out of uh a prospective dog by a certain amount of time, or or whatnot. But I do believe that at the end of the day, man, a lot of good dogs are passed over because people don't have the patience to ride it out. You know, I'm a firm believer of that. I believe a lot of dogs have been called curs that you know, um, like a lot of people say, have been in the wrong hands. So yeah, Dre, I think you muted.
Yeah, I am. And I was going to
Okay.
caveat that, man. A lot of dogs that was called curs or called champions was curs.
Yeah.
So, but in the right hands, they knew where to put them at for them to excel. Brother Big Hill,
Okay,
let's
and
get it.
yeah, what's happening, bro?
Salute, bro. Y'all already know. I'm on the road. That's why I was late. Y'all get him, though. Get him.
Okay, I do want to pause the show real quick and give Big Hill his minute, man, because Big Hill be doing his thing. Big Hill, you gotta just come in and let us know how you doing, brother. We just checking in with you.
Salute, bro.
Salute, man. Salute. Uh, but yeah, Big A, man, that was a very profound statement, bro. Very profound statement. Shouts out to Sunday and Softy, man. Welcome back, brother. It's good to see you. We enjoy it. What's playing in the background right now, these are clips from some of our old digital dog shows. This dog right here that's currently on the screen is actually in South Africa. So when you compete in our digital dog show, you're not just competing against American dogs. We've had South Africa, we've had Europe, we've had Asia, different dogs from around the world. They have been able to compete in our digital dog show, and we can see what's going on in your neck of the woods as well as the other countries. Salute.
Yeah, that was South Africa, you said, right?
Correct, South Africa.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, man. And they,
Yeah, the beach. Yeah,
yeah, man. Right near the beach, boy. Lord of mercy.
right near that beach.
Yeah, man. It's
Yeah,
and once again, these men behind these dogs, they put in the work to get these dogs seen. Uh, maybe they don't understand conditioning in the keep as well as we do in the States, and that's why they here chiming in with y'all. So everything y'all
yeah,
put in the chat is not just for the American population; it's for all bulldoggers around the world. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Bulldog
yeah,
International.
yeah, man. Shout out to the UK. Shout out to you know everybody tuning in, man.
Yes, sir. Salute.
Yeah, man. They these brothers they enjoy what we're doing over here, man. And if y'all thinking we're not with the culture, the culture is big. The culture is bigger than what y'all think it is, man. The culture is bigger than what y'all think it is, and
Yep.
it's supported and maintained by brothers just like you and sisters just like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This was I think our second digital dog show right here. You know what I'm saying? This was the best condition class, and I did come in kind of hard on some of these brothers, man, because I felt like I don't think they put some of their best footage on here. I'm not gonna say the dog didn't look phenomenal, but when you conditioning, you want to show that in a really clear light. You want to see the striations, the musculature, that you want to see maybe pinch up on that fur and show like or pinch up on that skin and show your count. These are things when you're in the best condition show, you want to do it so that you are showing that not only is your dog fit, but it is in shape and ready to perform whatever task you have it set for it. Brother Jerry
Sir.
Hatton, salute.
Salute. Yeah,
And welcome,
man.
brother, welcome. This is a good looking dog right here.
Yeah.
This is
What is it? Man.
I forget the name of this kennel, man, but his name is Canelo. Very good man. That's a good looking dog, bro.
Yeah.
Good looking animal. The great brother Vad Kennels put his dog in the ring, man. I appreciate you, Vad, man. Salute.
Yeah.
Vad, another great channel as well, man. Big shout out to Vad Kennels, man. He just did a yard tour. Y'all go over there and show that brother some love, man. He's taking the time out to show y'all his work and his lineage of dogs. And yeah, make sure y'all leave a comment and let him know Samurai sent you. Salute.
Sir.
Salute.
Salute.
Yeah, Vicky, what you think about the man dog? Do you think that affects it? Do you think a good dog? Do you think it takes the man or a good dog or a combination of the two? How does that work out for you? What's your thoughts on that?
Bro, I'm on the highway. I'm sorry. I really can't hear you, so I can't really hear the question. I'm sorry, bro. That's why I ain't really been,
Oh,
salute, dog. Salute.
all good, bro. Yeah, man.
This is White Chocolate's dog. This dog was 8 years old, man. 8 years old female, bro. And
Okay.
looking good, man. Looking good, man. Talk of the city. Top of the morning to you, brother. Top of the morning.
Hey.
Yeah, it's not letting me click your comments right now. Can you click the comments? Here.
Dre, I think you sound like a robot. Man. Yeah, but Dre, you there? Can y'all hear me?
I hear you, bro.
Okay. Yeah. I
Can
think
you hear
something
me?
happened. Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. It seems like you got to where you was going.
Yeah, I think I can hear y'all pretty clear now. I'm in front of the
Okay.
dispensary waiting for that joker to open up. I just got off the highway.
Man,
Salute.
salute. Hey, yeah, you was on a mission, huh? It's early too, bro. You was on a mission, boy.
Yes, sir.
All right, can y'all hear me now?
Yes, sir. We can hear you loud and clear.
All right, proper. Yes, sir. I had a little technical difficulty right there. You know what I'm saying? The revolution will be televised. The revolution will be
Yeah.
televised.
Yes, it will. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know what happened. I thought the Wi-Fi had went down, but my phone was still working. So I know that's
Okay.
not the case. Yeah, I know that's not the case, man.
Yeah.
Crockett said we sound like robots. Did it fix it?
We still sound like robots.
Yeah, man. I can hear y'all clearly now, though. So we should be broadcasting clearly again
we
now.
should. Yeah.
Let us get some ones or some thumbs up in the chat, man. Okay, Crockett said yes. Yes. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool. This is the big brother Martinez right here. And
very
man,
athletic.
Shouts out to Martinez, man. Shouts out to Martinez.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah, y'all. I need one of the little tents he got back over there, man. For my plants out here. But I want one that's kind of translucent and let the sunlight through, but it won't let them get scorched.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's a good buddy of mine, man. Martinez is a good dog. Good dog, man. Good dog, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's one thing he has to offer with his dog is they're very athletic.
Salute. RBG says support the black market. Hey,
Yeah.
sometimes I need my tree to have pedigrees and shit. Sometimes I can't.
He said he want the papers.
Dickie back in the building, man. Salute, brother.
Hey.
Salute.
Sir.
I get a black market enough cake though. But sometimes you need them pedigrees though, you dig? You need that paperwork.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And tomorrow morning, I wanted to brief this while I got y'all here, man. Tomorrow morning's topic is the Bulldog community single-handedly overcame cancel culture. The Bulldog community single-handedly overcame cancel culture. Brother Napper in the building. Salute, big dog. We done spoke him up. The legend. Great brother Bad Kennels in the building, man. Salute, brother Bad Kennels, man.
Salute.
We just showing one of your dogs, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I love that stuff you got over there, man. Bad, you taught me a lot about the tramp stuff off of that Jeep Red Boy Cross, man. And thank you for coming on there and teaching, because I learned, bro, and I appreciate that. Yeah. Brother Martinez in the building again, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Skip in the building.
Skip, salute.
Yes, sir. Skip. So everybody, the topic today is the man behind the dog. The man behind the dog. How much of a role does that play? You know, and I'll tell you another one that plays a big role. If I go to get a Red Boy Jocko dog, there are certain individuals who have shown themselves clearly superior to other Red Boy Jocko breeders. You know what I'm saying? So if you that's just another example of how I think the man behind the dog matters. You know, you know, why would I go get an old yellow dog from somebody else when I can just go to the source? You know, the source will develop it. They have the prototype. They got the patent for it. And I think that's very, very important, man. You know, one of the other discussions that was had for those of y'all who might have got in here later was some dogs have been called curs, that it was the individual controlling the dog that made it occur. And some dogs have been called champions the same way, even down to knowing who to call out to achieve the level of notoriety of champion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's what we cooking on this morning, y'all. We just cooking on that. I think another thing is the man behind the dog has to know how to put them together. This is important in the creation of the next generation. If you have a great dog and you breed it to something that is not the best of the best, and you just breeding for money, you know what I'm saying? That's a self-depreciating prophecy right there. You're literally going to depreciate your stock because you're not breeding to your standard. You know, you have something great and you're not putting something great with it. So it's not just the dog itself, but it's the breeding, it's the upkeep of the dog, it's everything. This dog right here is Brother City Boy's dog, y'all. This is John Henry. This is the dog I want right here, man. That is a fine animal, man. Shouts out to City Boy Kennels for a great looking dog.
Hey, City Boy.
Salute.
And once again, How do I know these dogs' names? Well, from the digital dog shows. You know what I'm saying? These brothers are getting these dogs out there in front of the world, and the world is learning these dogs' names. And
Yeah.
I'm almost willing to put dollars to donuts that that all the dogs that have been in my show get some notoriety, and it stimulates the market for those dogs because people are seeing them in their best light. You know,
Yeah.
so shouts out to all y'all brothers who was brave souls and got in here, man.
Yeah, man.
Shouts out to the Queen, Miss McFarland, as well.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, man. They mornings be hectic around here, boy. For real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, all these great brothers behind these dogs, man, it means a lot. Even down to how you handle them on the leash in the show ring. You know, we're not just
Yeah.
talking about all kind. We're not just talking about historically speaking on the combative terms, but your level of ability to make that dog pull in the right angles and show off its physique is important, bro.
Yeah.
Skip Bell says, I've seen a man take something and make it a better dog, as far as prey drive and so on. When I know I've seen it, it's just a flop. Yeah, that's true. And in the protection world, I've seen that as well, where a dog that doesn't pass the courage test for one handler can go in with another handler and pass the courage test. And one of the courage tests is at 25 yards to take off and catch a man. Um, you know, One of the things that I do when I'm doing something like that with my dog is you can't touch the dog once you release it, but the first couple steps I'll run beside the dog so he knows that I'm with him. Even though he's going to outrun me and catch the person, he knows that he in his mind reinforcements are coming. Even though I'm not going to physically attack the decoy with him, he knows that I'm right beside him. We're going into battle together. And I would even think
Yeah.
back in the ancient days when they had the war dogs, riding beside the horses, knowing that the home team is coming in there with them, they have a different level of confidence. This right here is I want to say this Heart and Finish name is Bruno. I think this Heart and Finish is Bruno right here. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it is, man. Heart and Finish, correct me if I'm wrong. But I definitely try to make sure that I shout out to people. I learned these dogs and I learned what they look like, and when I see them on the internet again, it's so impressive to me because I've seen them from day one. I've seen them from day one, and I watched some of y'all's litters grow up on the internet.
Yeah, man.
Great men behind great dogs, man. Building better dogs, building better people.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man.
And what's the deadline again?
Monday, March 31st is the deadline for this upcoming digital dog show. Obviously, for those of y'all who have competed, y'all already know how to put the entries in. For those who have not competed, these were the entries normally look like a frontal shot, a side shot of the dog. You know what I'm saying? This person sent in both side angles. I really like that they did that. I like that a lot, man. So I like that a lot. And then obviously some video footage of the dog. You see the teeth. You want to see the dog walking, moving around, making sure it has proper gait, proper movements. The angulation is correct on the animal, so it can be judged appropriately and fairly and correctly. But that's all on the man behind the dog to get that right, especially in the digital era. Digital
era.
Yeah. MK, salute. Welcome to the building, big dog. Salute to you.
Hey, salute.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know now. Tomorrow's panel. What's up, big dog?
I don't think it. I think that was nothing.
Okay. All right, yeah, man. Tomorrow's video, we're talking about the Bulldog community, how we overcame cancel culture. We're gonna talk about everything, how the drama affected it, and how we as a community, like us, love us, and hate us, man. Cancel culture didn't stop us at all, man. It actually pushed us forward, man. The opposition, the scratching into against the general ideology of society, where you say something somebody don't like and they cancel you. We don't believe in that in the Bulldog community, man. We don't believe in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What he said.
In reality, the dogs, you know, if you're looking at the dog owner and the dogs, the dogs already are born basically ahead of you. To me, the dogs already kind of in shape. They look like physical specimens. You know, different things that if you look at yourself, are you in physical shape? Are you ready for work? You know, different things. So like the dog always making the owner look good. To me, you know, even if you ain't doing nothing with it, you know, if it's just look clean and healthy, you know, you might be outside in the park walking, you might get conversations, you know, conversations. It brings the dog brings you so many things just by the dog being the dog. So to me, the owners definitely had to step up. You know what I mean? Because if you got a good one, yeah, a good one can make you look good, make you look like you know something, but it also can expose you to a good one. That can expose you to somebody else that knows a good dog. They could tell that you're not keeping your end up. But like the dogs are born like it's a package. They born with a certain package. Whereas though it's up to you to guide it or whatever. But like for specimens, they coming off the line. They coming off the factory line like that. Like you could just look at them and then look in the mirror. A lot of us ain't built like that. A lot of us ain't built like that and don't got that go hard mentality. Just look at it and keep it real. Salute.
Salute, man. Supreme
Sir.
Excellence with the $2 super chat. Tip. Hey.
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 He says, Big Hill speaking that shizzo. Yeah, man. I'm working on my cursing, y'all. If y'all haven't noticed, man, I'm going real PG-13 with it. But yeah, man. Salute to everybody. And I think some of these dogs in the best buckskin class to me are we had this discussion last week, but I think a lot of some of these dogs are not the right. I wouldn't have classified them as buckskin. This dog right here would have been a brown dog to me. But the person entered in the buckskin class, and this is one of our paid shows. So they paid to enter it, man. So they were allowed to enter it. But we did a color show. I want to say that was like last Thursday or Friday we got into it. And yeah, man, But shouts out to the brother, man. Shouts out to the brother for showing that great dog, great shape, great condition for that dog.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. These early mornings,
Just
man.
always run for improvement. Always run for improvement, and us too.
Yeah.
And us too. Always run for improvement. If the dogs was judging us like we judge them, boy, we probably be getting bit every day.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. If your dog could talk, Yeah.
Yeah,
What
man.
yeah.
It even comes down to like the man behind the dog controlling the dog's aggression. I've had dogs that are food aggressive, and I correct that because I have children, and I make sure that when they leave my home, they're not showing food aggression because I don't know what the other person might have at their home. They can tell me they don't have kids, thinking that's going to make the transaction go smoother for them. Thinking I'm going to tell them no, you know what I'm saying? Now, I might tell them no if they know what their situation is, but when it leaves my home, it's going to come to you very, very malleable. You can do whatever you want to with it. So yeah, man, not just for the dogs that you keep, but for the dogs you let go. Who you are matters. The man behind the dog matters.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Respect the dog and respect the bond. Both of them are equally important. A good dog and the bond is very important.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, man, I think it plays a big role in knowing how to work the dog, right? I think a lot of people get so caught up in my dog has to do this kind of exercising because it's what I have. For example, I got an email. My first two dogs would not look at the email. You turn that thing on, they are gone. You know what I'm saying? But eventually I found dogs that enjoy it. They get on there without a leash or anything, no crates or nothing around them, and they work the email. So definitely you got to understand, you as a man have to understand what your dog needs to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
And through the bond, so I learned how to get more of them to do it, a higher percentage. The ones that wouldn't do it, the ones that didn't meet the cut, the ones that I would say were mediocre, they taught me what it takes to get them there. And I realized, okay, I can't just put a toy in front of you. If you're scared of the meal, you're scared of the meal. You don't trust me enough to trust that I'll put you in a situation to win. However, with all my future dogs, they all use the meal because I've learned more about the bond. I've grown. And that's why I go back to that question you asked earlier, Big A, about, the dog. Does the dog affect the outcome? You know, I mean, it's and like, you know, a good dog. I would, if I had a dog that just would have went to that meal, I would learn how to get dogs that may not have gone to the meal on the meal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Cause that's what I was saying. Cause like, when the news station, they had those dogs where they were testing, to see if the dog would protect them, and most of the dogs wouldn't protect the owner, right? And that could be, you know, a few things. That could be, the owner never invested into the dog in that manner, and the dog never had it in him or the dog never had it in it to begin with. But let's just say you got a owner that's one of those owners, but I don't know, they get a grown dog that's a good dog, but they don't. The dog can feel like they, you know, he takes care of the dog, but the dog knows that the owner is, you know, scary.
Yeah.
You know, you know, yeah, it's just like what would the, you know, how do you think a good dog would step up to the plate, or it would, you know, react react as the owner would react?
Hey y'all, I gotta run inside and utilize real. I gotta go use this bathroom real quick. But I'm gonna read this
Okay.
comment. Skip Bell said, "Samurai, you do a good job on speaking and making people understand why you do a non-profit thing for the American Pit Bull Terrier. Once you see the digital dog show expanding, I think will be a big step for the American Pit Bull Terrier community, man. Salute to you on that, bro. I'll be right back. Y'all
Yes,
brothers
sir.
stay cook.
Yeah. What you think about that, Big Hill?
Shit, I was just trying to marinate on you. Oh yeah. Again, that's where like I would put on a number aspect, like not 80% of them dogs is gonna feel that vibe, that scary vibe, and they gonna act accordingly. They not gonna be with it because they people's not with it. The one who feed them not with it. The one who care for them not with it. Again, the
Yeah.
bond. So they gonna act accordingly. But you have some that are exceptions that they don't care if you scary or not. They just built for it. You know what I mean? But they are not the rule. You understand? The rule is going to be related to how, according to the environment and the caretaker, you know, those vibes are kicking off like that. So y'all basically communicating. So if you scared, he looking at you like he's scared too. Like that's Boogie. He looking like that's Boogie. Then that's roll. You know what time it is. But like I say, you have some that just are exceptions to the rule. They just built for that. You could be ready to run, but that joker ain't running. You understand what I'm saying? So to each his own. Salute.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Cause I've seen like a 6-month-old puppy that was that had like, I mean, outstanding, like just outstanding potential. Like you know, all like a real good perspective dog. You know, it was a good prospect. You know, you could damn near check off most of the boxes. And I saw the dog go to a owner. Uh, it was a lady, and you know, I think another 6 months or so it came by. It might have been like a year and a half or so, and the dog was skittish. And I'm like, dang, you know what I'm saying? It was
Right.
a, you know, it was a, you know, so you know, and that had me, you know, really looking into it. And I'm like, dang, you can really turn a dog skittish, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
By certain things, a lack of exposure, or you know, whatever the case may be. And at the same time, you can take a skittish dog, and if you have experience, you know, with dealing with skittish type dogs, because I know a lot of people that just don't want to deal with a skittish dog, but you can you can knock that out by, you know, but it takes time and patience.
Yeah, time and patience. You
Hmm.
gotta care about it a little bit. You gotta care about it. That's all.
Yeah,
And it could end up being the best dog you ever had. Those ones that need a little extra work sometimes. Because sometimes you putting in that extra time with them and shit end up being better than the dogs that was outgoing from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It works out like that sometimes.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. No, that's for real, man.
It's the relationship, though. It's all the relationship. I mean, you know, it's all the
Yeah,
relationship. The breedings and the genetics play a big part. But then once you got that stuff in your hand, basically you can kind of mold a lot of it. You can mold it, and it depends on how much you care about the situation and how much time you're gonna put in. Just like you said, those this is like anything that you're doing out here. Your hobbies, your
yeah,
job, whatever. You're only gonna get out of it what you putting into it. You cutting corners, then you already know. That's how it is.
yeah,
You cutting corners, all
yeah,
you looking for during the day is the way to cheat and steal money and shit like that, then that's how you're gonna be doing with the dogs and shit. And it's gonna show
yeah.
when you come up against top competition in anything that you do.
Mm-hmm.
Coming against
Yeah,
a good worker, you know.
yeah, yeah. That's what you say. You won't outwork me, huh? You know.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
I've seen a good dog show how shitty a handler is too. Like
Yeah.
one that will we're talking wall climb right now. One that will
Uh,
willingly wall climb, but the handler will get down there and hold it real tight, and then whenever they say go, they'll like push the dog a little bit. In my opinion, if you push that dog any, disqualified. You're out. You
yeah.
should
See,
not push that dog off the line on the wall climb.
I have zero experience with wall climbing. I used to have a dog that used to climb a tree, but I never it was a natural thing. I didn't do anything to
Kaiser
encourage.
Kaiser done 10.5 feet at 10 months old, and then at my
Yeah,
house at about 2, I had him doing 13 feet.
yeah,
13 feet on the. It's a 90-degree incline too. It ain't. That's another thing. I've known of people to like try to tilt their wall to get puppies
hmm
interested in going up it. Your way. That's a waste of time. That'll make them not want to do it if the wall ain't inclined. You're better off just
right,
to start puppies off with a straight up and down wall.
right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep. And like
Uh,
the email, people put a dog on an email, right? And they'll turn it on real slow and try to get the dog to get used to it. If you're supposed to turn it to the faster speed where that dog is comfortable, and eventually it'll get to where you can turn it up even more. It If you do it slow, it gives that dog too much time to think. If you're doing it fast, it's kind of like just do the task. You know what I mean?
right.
I have never had good results putting them on them slow. I always just throw it on it and get them going.
Yeah. Lone Wolf. Yeah, man. I definitely agree, man. And printing a good bond can go a long way. Um, that's pretty much where we at with it with that Bushi Dre training, man. It's you know, a good portion of it is being uh very strong with the bond. Yep. Yeah.
I've
Salute the
also
queen.
had
Yeah. Have a
Queen
good
says she gonna
day.
tackle that day. Yeah, tackle that day. Don't let it
Yeah.
tackle you. Salute that.
Yeah. For real.
I've also had dogs
My fault,
like
elevator. Go ahead, get you on.
no, you're good, bro. I was sneezing anyways. I muted it. Uh, I've also had a dog that I got at like say 5 months old, and it didn't matter what you did with that dog. He was pretty much mentally ruined. You couldn't make him do anything. He, I threw a piece of bologna. I let him sit in my house, right? And I had a old couch I threw away, and I kept all the cushions just to let dogs lay on it in the corner of my house.
Hmm.
And I had him over there, and he didn't move. People would come in and out. He wouldn't even move. You know how most dogs would shoot for the door, but he
Hmm.
wouldn't move. I threw a piece of bologna over there, and that sat there for 2 days. He wouldn't even touch it. Like I was force feeding him to make him stay alive, and it was all because of the guy I got him from. I won't say his name, but he knows who he is.
Yeah.
He's a guy in the dog scene. You tell him you want one kind of dog, and he brings you a piece of shit. Yep.
Yeah. But as far as getting dogs from people, man, I'm a firm believer, and I stick to it. I don't care if you got the best dog I've ever seen in my life. Of course, I would like to have that dog, but if I don't know you like that, and I know you know, it's a lot of shady business on your end, I'm good. I would rather deal with the people that I fool with. You know, I think you get a lot. It's less drama, less confusion, less wasted time, space, and money, man. And you get further messing with your circle than or people that you know you can know and trust, than you know just going with a you know a famous or a well known.
Oh, he's not famous.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying
I
it.
just
I'm
wanted to make
saying
that
in
clear about
general.
him, so he
In
don't get
general,
his head
yeah.
big.
I
He
don't
ain't
know who you
famous.
talking. I don't know who you talking about. I'm just saying in general.
Elevate,
You know.
elevated, ready, make them
Yeah.
famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
man, when I
Yeah.
got that dog, I honestly thought about it, but I was like, nah. And I mean, he's a good dog now, but like, he still won't do everything you could do. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still won't do a lot of stuff. Like, he won't run the mill. He won't spring pole. He'll flirt pole with you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I don't own him anymore. I actually got rid of him. But I mean, it's just like I'm a breeder. So here's a tip for people: like, if you sell me a dog and you know it's a piece of crap, that dog's gonna get passed on somewhere else to somebody as a pet home. Like, I'm not gonna breed a piece of crap based on its pedigree. That is one thing. They have to do certain things for me, or I'm not willing to mess with them. Period. If they won't work and do all that stuff or kill small game, then what is the point in me feeding them? Really, every dog up here that I got will kill small game. If I put them on coons, possums, anything like that, it's dead in a few minutes. But then I've went and got dogs from people for free, and them be awesome dogs. I've paid for dogs that were pieces of crap, and then had good people give me dogs that were awesome for free, ADBA registered.
Oh, I see a lot of people in the chat naming names of dogs that's already out there, got records and stuff. You know what I mean? So the community is not dumb at all. The community know about these dogs that could do everything and do stuff like that. Um, yeah, salute. I see y'all shouting out names of different champions and the lines that they represent or whatever.
Yeah.
Salute. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I don't be hearing y'all when when people be talking that stuff about the dogs, you know. But like salute that. So these dogs always been doing it all. That's what I'm hearing from y'all. Yeah, because those dogs y'all naming, they got records and stuff. So they been out here climbing walls and stuff like that. And y'all naming the bloodlines they coming from. So they come from good lines and stuff like that. Salute.
Yeah.
Salute. That's all.
That Mexican Gyp brother's asking about. Are you talking about the buckskin one with the white head? Yeah, that dog right there. Yeah, that dog that I'm looking at. That's the one you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's a pretty dog.
Yeah.
Whatever they was talking about the Mexican dog. I don't know. Is that it
I
right there?
think
That's
it's
the
that.
Mexican one?
Yeah, I think that's the one that he's talking about.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't even
I
see the
know I heard
videos up,
Garcia
and I was
talk
asking
about one
about it.
before. Is that the
I would
same one
like to
Garcia
at
be
least.
talking about?
Probably, it's got the highest record I know of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ain't
Man.
And
nothing wrong with that. Salute the work. Salute the work. That's all you can do. Salute the work.
yep.
Yeah. Hey, Elevated, you broadcasting on what day?
I'm gonna do a live Friday night at 10 o'clock, and then I'm gonna broadcast
Where
the dog
where at?
show. It's gonna be Stokes, North Carolina. I'm gonna do it from the motel.
Yeah, no, I mean
Oh,
where
on
can
my
they
channel, Elevated Kennels.
yeah.
Yeah, Elevated
And,
Kennels on
and
YouTube.
when is the show?
The show is the 29th, and it'll start probably like 1 o'clock or something. I don't exactly know the. When I get there, I'm gonna post a time thing about what's being done what, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna try to show some of the sports. I'm gonna show some of the sports because I'm gonna be competing in the walk on or the tug of war too, and
Okay.
then I'll show off the main confirmation.
Okay. And
I don't know.
that'll be
That's a good question for the chat. Would people rather see the main confirmation contest or the fun show stuff? because the fun show has a better variety, but then the confirmation is done by age. So that's a good question for the chat.
I would want to see it all. I ain't gonna lie. I would want to see it all, the whole package.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so the way it's done. They start out at about 11 o'clock, and then we'll be going till like 7 o'clock tomorrow. I mean, I could broadcast that whole thing live. I'm sure I could.
Yeah.
Oh, I dig it. My fault, Elevator. You talking about how much you asking the community how much work they want you to do, and I put you on overtime. My fault.
No.
Yeah.
Which one is more important? Because I mean, I'm going to be there competing. I'm taking 4 dogs myself, so
Yeah.
I'm going to be there competing. So that's my question. Would they rather see? That'll determine what I compete in. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, get your life. Get your life. You got your partner with you. I'm sure you got a cameraman with you, right? Because you're gonna be working.
No, my fiance will probably be filming for me, and then I'll be filming for her.
That's what's up.
Yeah, all my camera guys shit out on me about a year ago, 2 years ago. So I've been doing it by myself ever since. That's why my original YouTube channel got deleted. It's because I was working with the local buddy, and he shit out on me and deleted everything. So I had to start over.
That was real petty.
Oh yeah, bro. You talk about petty. And if he wasn't my best friend for my entire life, I'd bust his nose. I promise. But he was my best friend, so I can't do that.
Yes, sir.
Solo but connected. Salute.
Sir. Salute.
Get this, Big Hill. My second YouTube video I ever made had over 14,000 views in 6 months. And got
Dang.
deleted. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that page had like 1,100 subscribers in just like 6 months or something. It grew fast. And I feel like that is why this one hasn't grew as much so quickly. Because, I mean, it took me forever to get to 100 subscribers on this one. I don't know why. I think it's Elevated Kennels 828. I think is the new one.
Okay. 828. You say
Yeah,
828.
that's my area code.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the screen right now. And you said you're going live on Friday at what time?
It'll be at 10 o'clock after I get all the dogs washed and stuff. Kind of just like a 30-minute little chop it up for, people that wants to see the show the next day.
Okay.
Just gonna chop it up,
man.
show some of the dogs at the motel and kind of how we keep them during shows and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might even shoot like a short video of like washing one of them, just as some content.
Yes, sir.
You see that money down there, Solo? Drop that money.
Hey, man. Solo with the tip.
Solo.
5 piece, man. Tip. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, man. Oh, man.
Oh, the guy said, yeah, that's he said, yeah, that's Antora or I don't know.
Okay. That's the famous joint. That's the famous one we've been hearing about. Got you.
You'll have to excuse me. I've been to Mexico, but I don't speak Spanish. Yeah, I'm near Hickory and Catawba. I'm not far. I'm near Waynesville.
Supreme with the dollar, man.
I think that's Big
Tip.
C.
Hey.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Supreme.
There you go. That's where it's all started at, right there. That's that Apache, man.
The video we're looking at?
Apache Kennels, man.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Yeah, that's Apache Kennels right there, man. That's Saki's and Half Brothers.
Yeah.
So did the yellow come from black? I may ask. Did the yellows come from original black? I might ask that.
Yeah. That's
Salute the black.
That's Saki's grandmother right there, Apache Kennels Blanca.
The legend.
Salute.
And that's Dior. on the left. That's the pure red boy Jocko from Ready Red.
Yeah.
That's Saki's father right there, Knucklehead.
Knucklehead.
So yeah, it definitely comes from Black.
Mhm.
And that's why if I ever throw a black dog, it wouldn't surprise me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, me and Big C's close.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, getting that dog, man. Hey, shout
And
out to
that's Critter.
601.
That's Critter right there, man. We got her from Texas Dog Pound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Fine looking animal, man. She grew up well, and she ended up getting rickets. I don't know how 601 fixed it, bro. I don't know how he fixed it. He ain't never told me the secret, man. But she ended up getting it, and he corrected it. And I got adult videos of her on the mill, man. You can see her, and her leg was straight. Like her pasterns actually look better than some dogs that never had any issues.
Man, that's a dog man right there.
Yeah,
You know.
I like it.
Brother MK Nitfit said, is there any weights to my knowledge, man, or at least the one wall climb event I went to in person, man, there was no weights, man. It was whatever dog goes the highest on the wall, man. You know, I do think that a more slimline dog, a more streamlined dog is going to do better. Like that dog that y'all saw, it was the world class dog. But I've never seen a weight on that. No, for weight pull, they do go by classes in weight pull.
It would be hard. Like, I mean, some dogs just because they weigh so much can go way higher than another dog that might be lighter. So weight's really it's really an irrelevant thing with wall climb. They should really do height. They should do it by height more than weight. But as far as the tug of war goes, this March Madness show, it's a fun show. So it's not points based. It's not none of that. So you can call them out, or it can be set up in a bracket system. I don't know which one they're going to do.
Yes, sir.
They might just take names and set up a bracket system, but I'm pretty sure they're going to do call outs too. So anybody wanting to see what Haywood's about, call him out.
For sure. MKM Bottom said cod liver oil can help fix rickets. And so
Never knew that.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean,
If I was going to fix rickets, I would give calcium pills, and I'd switch to a puppy food, like a cheap puppy food.
for sure. Big C says, Samurai, what's the pros and cons of using these dogs for protection work? I have a German Shepherd dog for protection because I had 3 pups stolen years ago. My APBT was just wagging their tails while it happened.
Hey, you asked the right question to the right person.
So for protection work and guard work, they're not the same. And let me first clarify that, man. Protection work is for an individual or object guarding. The pros are the number one pro of the American Pit Bull Terrier, and why I like it so much for protection work is the pain tolerance. My Malinois, I think that if he had got stabbed or shot, even if it didn't kill him, he would cur out from the pain, the excruciating pain of that. But I genuinely believe that the true American Pit Bull Terrier, the true game-bred American Pit Bull Terrier, even if it's stabbed, shot, being strangled by an assailant, is going to protect until it's going to be dead game. All right, it's going to be dead game in the protection field. And there's no other breed that I can think of that guaranteed has that heart like that. The pain, between the pain, the heat, and the time of the fight with the man. I genuinely believe the American Pit Bull Terrier is unparalleled in that arena. Also, a lot of the bigger breeds, the man-stopping breeds, the Molossers, they don't move fast enough for me to feel comfortable with them protecting me. I don't think they can get to me fast enough, or maybe even overcome some of the obstacles that the American Pit Bull Terrier can overcome. As you saw with the world-class wall climber, that dog is going up to the second-story window to get you out of here. You know what I'm saying? That dog will climb up the wall on the side of the house to come get you out of a bad situation. And I genuinely believe that. And even in this scene right here, with a broke leg, this dog was on a broke leg with medication, and you know what I'm saying, and he's still gonna try to hit. He's still gonna try to scratch into that sleeve. You know, and yeah, it's just a toy, but he don't care about that pain, man. He ain't think about that pain. He like, man, let me get it. Let me get it. And that's why the American Pit Bull Terrier to me is the best at whatever you use it for, because of that drive and that unwillingness to quit. That unwillingness to quit. Now with the German Shepherd dogs, the Malinois and the Dutchies, they're way easier to train. The work is significantly easier. But the overall result is better with the trained American Pit Bull Terrier, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I love what you said about the size, because I'm blind. So if you sick Saki on me, he's got way more of a higher chance of biting me than if you sick a big old Mastiff on me. I got a lot easier chance of shooting that big Mastiff than I do, you know, a little dog. Just saying.
And moving faster too.
Yeah. If you sick the Molosser on somebody, they could shoot it before it got to them, and a German Shepherd get them before they pulled the trigger sometimes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Interesting.
Outside the big yellow one in the building was what do big dog.
Hey.
And I hope that answered your question about that, why I picked them, man. Wordless in the building too, man. Let me not forget Wordless, man. Salute, bro.
Salute.
And like, well, Big C, he said they were wagging their tails. What blood were them dogs? Like, what is the most blood you got? You know, like, what do you have the most of? Because he said he's got a few dogs that he's had for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Like the blood. He's had the blood for a long time.
Yeah, man. Big Hills, you can see in this video again, man, I got on the boots, man. You know, I got on. I had to take the Crocs off, man. I had to take the Crocs off for that video.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Oh, I was stretching. I didn't mean to. I was muted.
Yeah. It was Michonne litter that bit through your shoe.
Yeah, man.
I know that hurt.
Yeah, man. Bunch of rapscallions. I gotta find that video and put it out there, man. But yeah, they got me, man. They got me. Skip Bell asked another good question, y'all. He said, as far as wall climbing, what age would you start training?
Past 16 months. Really. You can get them interested in it at a year. But, I mean, if you have a young dog jumping up and down, landing hard, by the time it's 6 or 7, that's going to be an old crippled dog. At the wall climb, they have a thing where they can hold on, like kind of help them down easier. That's if you build a wall climb at your house, you should put one of those on it. It makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. I think that so for me, I might start at 6 months, but like he said, I have an old mattress, one of my old baby mattresses from my son's crib, and when they're young like that, I have a very, very soft surface for them to land on, or one of my corundas for them to land on. But like he was saying, man, getting them interested in it and actually like doing it consistently, you know, like for workouts is different. So yeah, like just showing them the behavior and making sure that when they come of age, they do the behavior. Even the meals, man, I don't run them on the e-meal a lot as a puppy. I just introduce them to it so that when they become it's easier to work them on it.
Same. I'll put them on them like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Throughout the first year of their life. I like what he said here. Do you feel like you have a lot of work ahead of you due to the nature of the APBT to not be human aggressive? Since these dogs, sorry, it scrolled up. It won't let me scroll to read it. Oh, since these dogs were bred to not bite their handlers. A lot of bite work and that stuff don't even really have to do with aggression. You don't want a super human aggressive dog, in my opinion. If you had a superhuman aggressive dog, you got a nutcase on your hands. Like Saki, he's not human aggressive, but if I would have jumped at you, he would have bit me. You know what I mean? Like if I'd have tried you, Dre, in person, he would have bit me, no doubt.
But I think that's most people's dogs. I think the difference is the only difference with my dog and any other dog is that I just test it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Like I just test it to see if he's gonna do it. You know. But I think everybody's dog with the bond would do that. You know, and that's just generally speaking about the breed in its entirety. Because I think Mason's the same way.
Mason will bite a sleeve. He'll bite a sleeve.
Well, I think when I was holding Mason, I think if I'd have raised my voice at you, he'd have turned around and bit me. You know, and I would deserve it. You know, so.
I've seen him do it to my little brothers, like them try to grab me up like they're gonna mess with me, you know, when he was just barely a year old, and then him freak out on them. They're like, "Uh-oh." That was the first time they were ever like, "Uh-oh, wait a minute, this dog might be more serious." You know, as far as people go.
Student for Life said something because I got to wrap this up a little bit, y'all. Sorry, after 6 o'clock. But Student for Life said, "What is the equipment called for wall climb?"
What do you mean? There's the wall, then there's a pulley system, like a pulley with a rope that hooks to the harness, and the rope is usually like as long, double the length of the wall or whatever, you know, because they're supposed to be 6 feet from the wall. So you would want, if they're 6 feet from the wall, and then the rope is tied 15 feet up, so it would have to be at least a 30, 35-foot rope. You know what I mean? And then it has a snap on it that hooks to a padded harness that they put on the dog. I own one. You hook it to the dog, and then when they run up and you catch them, it's padded so it don't hurt them. I catch them by hand most of the time, but it just depends on the dog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. MKM said he's going to test Saki when he sees him on site.
I don't know if I'd recommend that.
Hey, MKM, let me tell you something, bro. Hey, more power to you, man. But I'm telling you, Saki, and I swear, man, I'm not doing this to try to promote or nothing, man. Saki is a dog that will make you want to try him. He is so calm, so cool, all of that. You'll be like, yeah, I got it. I can get on it. And I promise you, man, it might be one of the worst mistakes you ever made, man.
Yep, where somebody that's dabbled in the sleeve stuff, I could tell he's focused. He's the real deal. Like, that's the first time I ever seen him too, ain't it, Dre?
Yeah, yeah.
First and only time. But he's the real deal. I've had dogs that will bite the sleeve. My Colt dog would eat you up without a sleeve. He didn't look for the toy. He'd really eat you. You know what I mean? And like, you can tell when you're standing next to that type of animal. You can feel it. Whereas one that just would lack, you can see that too. Some people can.
Hey, you know it's real when you see when we were playing with the rope. Saki and jump and grab the rope. You can see, you know, and same thing with Michelle, man. You like, hold on, man. You get a little too close, man. You know, let me go ahead and let go. You know.
Well, and that's something about Saki too. He'll switch bites, won't he? Like if he's locked on the sleeve, if you was gonna hit him with your left hand, would he switch onto the left sleeve?
Yeah. He's
okay.
a target threat.
A low number of dogs will do that, especially American Pit Bull Terriers. Like a really low number of dogs will switch their bites, especially American Pit Bull Terriers. That's one thing my mom's dog was dangerous about. She'd eat you up, and like she was trained to bite you with no sleeve. Like me and my young buddies, I got a couple buddies. One named Lane. He has more scars on his arm from willingly being live bit because like he watched all the stuff with me, so he realized that most dogs won't really live bite you. So there's a few he tested.
Let me get these last couple questions in, y'all, and then we're gonna shut it down. So Bixie said, Samurai, how many generations do you think it will take to get these dogs how you want them? I'm not gonna lie to you, they're where I want them right now. It's more of a seeing if I can maintain it, seeing if it's a fluke accident or if it's something that is being bred consistently. Because all my dogs are very, very passionate. They love people. They just bite because we tell them it's okay to bite people who are bad people. Right.
Yeah.
So like they are where I want them. I just need to lock it in and make sure that when I release it to a respective owner, that they're going to get the same quality or better than what I have. So it's more of a seeing if they can produce themselves. Student for Life said, I think the right decoy applying the right amount of pressure is not hard to get to the American Pit Bull Terrier.
Exactly. They're already protective of their area anyways sometimes. But I mean, some bloods are different. Like I say, you're going to find dogs that you could never get to bite a human. There's certain bloodlines like that.
Yeah.
But if you come up wandering around my house, they ain't going to steal no puppies from my house. I can bet you money. I can bet you money you won't get near the puppy pen with the mama in it.
Let's see,
I've blamed some of these dogs up here for being human aggressive because of people moonshining and ginseng hunting and having their dog with them, running around. Just when somebody wanders up on them out of the woods, how many times does it take that altercation to happen in a gene pool of dogs for them to become already where they're kind of looking out for something? You see what I'm saying?
For sure. Hey, gentlemen, I got to get inside. It's 6:10, man. I got 50 minutes to be at roll call, and I ain't even in uniform yet.
Yes, sir.
Y'all make y'all rounds or whatever, and then tomorrow I'll get up a little bit earlier, maybe 3:30, so we can run the show a little bit longer tomorrow. Also, with all the questions I've seen about protection, I think next week we'll do an episode on the protection and the ideology behind it. But y'all brothers gonna make more rounds.
All right, and I'll get some clips of Jarvis and Mason hitting the sleeve.
For sure.
Yeah, it's your boy Big A. You know what it is, man. Same time, same place. Tomorrow, man. Yes, sir. Y'all go check out the Digital Dog Show. The last entry is what, Monday, Dre?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. And then you know what it is, man. Come on with it.
Yes, sir.
Salute. Big Hill Fam. You can catch me over at YouTube at the Big Hill Fam. Other than that, catch me with the Shogun Army. Salute.
Yes, sir, Big Hill. There's Elevated Kennels. You can get me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We're going to be broadcasting the dog show. We got the Show Dog Journal coming up. We got our show coming up on here, so just check out all the content out. We got a lot more to come.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I wanted to say this real quick, y'all. Did y'all see me struggling skinning that squirrel, man?
Shit, it's hard.
No, my knife was dull, man. That knife was too dull for what I was doing. I needed a whetstone. But yeah, man, I wanted to share that with y'all, man. What I catch, either I eat it or my dogs eat it, man. I don't believe in hunting for sport. I hunt for sustainment. I wanted to put that out there, man. Yeah, man, y'all know what it is, man. Samurai Kennels, man, with the great brother Elevated Kennels, my big bro, the legend, Big Hill Fam, and the great trainer, brother Big A. We will be coming to y'all. We got some great things planned for specifically for the month of May, man. The month of May, the whole format is gonna we're gonna step the game up, man. We're gonna step the game up, and I appreciate y'all coming out every morning with us, Monday through Friday. These lives are Monday through Friday, starting around 4:30 a.m. my time. That's about 7:30 East Coast time. Be in the place. Tomorrow's topic is the Bulldog community single-handedly overcame cancel culture.
Yep.
Y'all know that I like to pray before we get out of here, man. I like to send y'all with a blessing for the day. So for those of y'all who pray, please stay. If you don't, it's no smoke. But for all of y'all who will, please bow your heads with me in agreement. May the Lord watch between you and me while we are absent, one from another. Amen.
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 For the love of the dogs.
For the love of
For the
the
love of
game.
the game.
Peace.